before I start the video, I want to mention subscribe and liking does go a really long way. If you've already subscribed and liked, I highly appreciate it. And the game's name is 90 Nights in the Forest. Alright, so we're playing 90 Nights in the Forest. So you probably played this game. You definitely know it. I mean, who doesn't at this point? You know that one game which did a collab with Fortnite? I know, right? By the way, I have not played this game for like a year. I played it last summer. But anyways, this game's probably updated quite a bit. The goal today, at least 300 days, you know? I mean, it's not a real challenge if not for that, right? Since this game isn't inherently hard or scary, I'm going to rather take this as a challenge than anything else, really. And I'm also playing with my cousin. So, you know, that's great. He's in the game right there. And since I haven't played the game for like a year, I have no idea what I might see. So, you know, I have some expectations. You know, that's a new biome. Never seen that before. I'm gonna explore that later on. Revolver. Kind of forgot. Nah, I need the good axe. The sky is on fire. What the fuck does that mean? Something evil is approaching your camp. Meteor shard. Now, I don't know what these are for. Maybe they have some sort of use. I really do not care, man. These guys are pretty harmless in like the first 50 days. They do pretty much nothing to you. I feel like a giant sack will be the most useful. That is some unbalanced dog shit, my guy. This game has some of the worst fucking AI on the surface of the fucking planet. And give me something good. Alright, please. Please, a legendary skin. It's not a thing, by the way. Give me coal. No, at this immediate. When the fuck is the pelt trader gonna come back? I'll take the giant sack. That kind of scared me for a moment. Oh, well, it startled me. It didn't really scare me though. So while I was editing the video, I did realize there's a slight issue. Well, you see, for whatever reason, there's an awful amount of background noise. I did make a few adjustments now, so I hope in the future my videos won't be like this. Anyways, I apologize for that. Alright, that's good to have. So basically, I'm just building a base. Because there's a thing called, it's the drill or something. And basically, the reason I'm doing this is just so to go in here and get stuck. But it's just like mostly the second layer. And also, so when it throws the low oil barrels, in case you wonder what I'm going on about. Oh, you can see it here. Anyways, it's like a oil rig. And it throws the barrels. So instead of flying somewhere else, it flies within this zone. Alright, so okay, well, that happened on camera. Anyways, this is basically the final base. Since they get under here, they just automatically die, or at least they attempt to, so, you know, that's useful. Now I think we're gonna do the stronghold, which is, if you know, you know, right? I don't even know how to explain to you. Basically just raid on a area. Alright, cultist stronghold. Let's try to defeat them, I guess. Alright, successful raid. We got a chainsaw. I guess I'm just gonna do another time lapse. Since, you know, there's not really much I can say here. Or I might just skip ahead. Alright, so we got a little bit of logs. So you see, I had a change of plans and I kind of nuked the entire base. But, in my defense, there's a very good reason for why I did that. No, not really. It just felt like it'd be much cleaner to just leave it like this, right? So basically, we're just undergoing massive renovations now. I know it looks much cleaner. It feels so weird. It really does. But I think this is gonna be beneficial. This middle part, I'm definitely just leaving how it is because it looks fine. I don't really see why there would be an issue with that. All right, new base review after renovations. The first of all, the surrounding areas. Oh, okay, you're not meant to see that. Anyways, we're yet to clear out the entire forest or to explore the entire map, but we are about to reach 250 days. Anyways, the base is looking like this. Way bigger than before, like a lot bigger. Far more spacious. So basically we begin with this area. Still the same for the most part. Literally nothing changed here. Convenient, easy, and then no changes. Alright. And then on the other side, of course, you got another door. It's completely symmetrical with that one. Then you got this area where if they enter, they just get murdered, which is, you know, useful, of course. And they can't really escape because they're too fat, so they just do this and then they die. You can also get on top of these and then they can't really approach you. And since the base is so big, they're just frozen in one place outside the base. This is how it looks on the top. I know, pretty good. It's pretty big, I know. And then during base lockdown, during raids, you just close all the gates. Anyways, then we got our food storage, not this area. This area. These are all the apples from the amount of trees we shot down. By the way, all the wood that's already been used, so that didn't last for long. And this is where all the stew is being stored. And this is our chef ATS, like that tower that every airport has. Yeah, that's really it for the most part. I don't really know what else to say here. Put some pretty decorations though. Yeah, no, they're not, but you know, it works. It works. Looks nice. What I mean is just as multi-functionality as this. You see, you can just call, shoot, and whatever. Alright, rate my base. You think it's good? I think it is. I know this video is mostly considered base reviews, but I don't know what else to really include in here. Like, what do you want me to tell you? One more thing. Our sapling reserves. They're pretty useless, but they're, you know, there. Now when I think about it, you probably covered the entire base. Alright, check out this epic time lapse as I proceed to place all these saplings. Well, unfortunately, I can't obviously show it because nearly took 200 days for me to complete this. So just so it doesn't like take me like the next 6 years to upload it or for YouTube to review it. Because there's so much data, of course, because I'm compressing like an entire hour of footage into what? A good half a minute? So, you know, I wasn't gonna waste my time on that. Anyways, I'm just gonna instantly skip ahead. Sorry about that. So, anyways, day 400. I'm gonna continue past this, but I'm just gonna AFK while I edit the video. So, you know, of course I'm gonna end off the video at here, but we're definitely gonna continue far longer. I will say in the comments section how far we got. The goal is day 600. I doubt we're gonna go really past that by much, because it's pretty tiring. And you know, humans need food to sustain themselves. But, you know, I'll give it the final building review. So this is the entrance. I usually keep the gate open. This is where we have the saplings. There will be a tree farm, which you can break up somewhere here. This is just because the stupid cultists, they spawn here. So it's just easy because they would just go in one direction, so it's easier to handle with them. And then basically this is the entrance, and this is our little pond, which we throw the bodies into, but they tend to glitch out and start popping like popcorn. Then we have my boy Frank. He's alive and well, as you can tell. He likes the pond quite a bit. He's just sleeping. He was just sleeping, okay? Anyways, then we got the kitchen area. I know, very nice. This is the storage area. or the freezer area. We got some stews here. I actually need one myself. Thanks to our chef ATS there. And then we got the actual kitchen itself. What? Okay, anyways. And there's also more food in here and some apples. If you like something refreshing, perhaps. And some beautiful decorations. And then we go on to the second storage area, which is just back up. And then we got the fuel storage. Because we got way too much fuel for our own good. And then that should be closed. We have the main area, of course, with the campfire, which runs the entire base. We have the automatic drill that throws it in there, and the respawn machine. So basically, if you die after it's activated, you will respawn here, you know. Then we got our resources. Really, that much. And this is our recycler. You can throw anything in there and it'll recycle it. Duh. I don't know what to really tell you there. This is just in case second entrance for the cultists. For the most part, I'm probably just gonna block this off, so yeah, I'm gonna do that literally right now. Anyways, basically, this is the bed. This area again, storage field, and then of course our viewing decks. Fuck. And our viewing decks right here. Very nice, right? You can shoot your enemies from here. This is how the base looks from above. Ladder entrance has nothing special to it. I know, this took us ages, by the way. It looks nice though. I'm pretty happy with it. Anyways, before I end off the video, I want to say thanks to everybody who's already subscribed, of course. And if you enjoyed the video, of course, subscribe and like if you haven't already. And of course, the game's name again is 90 Nights in the Forest for the novice from title. Feel free to recommend any games in the future if you'd like me to play them. Anyways, this was generally pretty decent. I enjoyed the process. The final 200 days were pretty painful. Anyways, I think we survived till like day 610 if I remember correctly. Anyways, have a good day.